Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we bring you night 2 of the Phase 2 round robin, and this could be a big night because two teams could find themselves switching tiers by the end of the night. First up, we've got the Rutherford Rampage taking on Centennial. If Rutherford win, that is Centennial doomed to Tier 2 for the rest of the season and playing in the Hine Cup come the postseason. And then Father Ryan taking on Independence. If Father Ryan win, regardless of what happens in this Rutherford Centennial game that's coming up, Father Ryan are off to Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season. And they will play in the Henry Hine Cup, in the Predators Cup in the postseason. But of course, they will not be eligible for the GNASH Cup because they did not start the season in Tier 1. So yeah, we've got a big night of action ahead as both teams play their second game, or all four teams play their second games in the Phase 2 round robin. So we go over the scores from Monday night. First up, the 2 round robin scores. Father Ryan beat Centennial 4-1. Rutherford and Indy ended in a 3-3 tie, so the Phase 2 round robin standings after, 2 games. Father Ryan leading at 1-0. Rutherford and Indy both at 0-1, and Centennial at the bottom of the round robin standings at 0-1. And in the Phase 1 finale, it was Ravenwood beating MBA 4-0. So here are the final Tier 1 standings after Phase 1 of the regular season. Ravenwood and MBA both finishing at 6-1, but Ravenwood beat MBA, so the Raptors are placed first, and the Big Red comes second. Brentwood 5-1-1, Pope Prep CPA GCA 4-2-1, Mount Juliet Green Hill Lebanon 2-4-1, Franklin BGA 1-4-2, Independence 1-6, Centennial 0-6-1. And just to refresh the final Tier 2 standings, Father Ryan 6-1, or the final Tier 2 standings for Phase 1, Father Ryan 6-1, Rutherford 5-1-1, USNBA Nashville Christian 5-2, Nolensville, Ensworth, Lipscomb, and Summit Page both 3-3-1. Nolensville beat Summit, so that's why they're put ahead of them. Hendersonville Beach and the Tennessee Outlaws both finished 2-5. Hendersonville beat the Outlaws, so that's where they're placed ahead of them. And Station Camp Liberty Creek finished with the same record as Centennial 0-6-1. So the schedule for tonight coming up in just a few minutes. Both games are on Rink A. Rutherford taking on Centennial, and then at 8:40, it's Father Ryan taking on Independence. So let's talk about the two teams playing tonight's game. This first game, Rutherford, coached by Mike Jones. Again, tied with Independence, 3-3 on Monday night. So we're going to go over their stats only for the round robin so far. Cam Hawkins with 2 points from 1 goal. He had the goal that forced the tie, or forced the game to end in a tie on Monday night, and 1 assist. Lonnie Mays with 2 points from assist. Justin Dickinson and Patrick Schuff each with a point from a goal. And Josh Wolf, Carson Brownlow, and Ethan Fredericks each have a point from an assist. Tyler Welch played that game in goal, so his record in the round robin 0-1. He played just shy of 39.5 minutes because there were a couple of empty net occurrences in that game. Allowed 3 goals on 19 shots and turned away the other 16. His save percentage in the round robin so far is .840. On to Centennial, coached by Connor McKenzie. Lost their round robin opener 4-1 to Father Ryan on Monday night. Calvin Zacharias with a point from a goal. Dylan Bruton and Owen Boyer each with a point from an assist. And Andrew Stratton played that game in goal, took the loss, played just over 41 minutes because there was an empty net occurrence in that game, and Father Ryan did score a goal with the empty net. 3.07 is his goals against average. He allowed 3 goals on 25 shots and turned away the other 22. His save percentage in the round robin so far is .880. And again, that 4th goal by Father Ryan was scored in an empty net, so it does not count against Stratton. As the Zamboni, the brand new electric Zamboni, built in Italy, is finishing It's resurfacing here on Rink A. They only have the new one for Rink A. I think they passed Rink A's old one onto Rink B. But yeah, it is a quiet machine. The driver said that most of the noise comes from the studs on the tires. And yeah, you can hear the tires, but now that the ice is clean, I don't even hear the studs anymore. As both officials make their way onto the ice, so it's good to know we're not going to be delayed because we're waiting on officials like we were the other night with the Father Ryan Centennial game. Got started almost 20 minutes late because we were waiting on a second official. And he finally got on the rink right when we were about to do the opening faceoff. So Monday night, the round robin wraps up, but both games are on separate rinks. The Independent Centennial game is here on Rink A at 7:40, and the game between Father Ryan and Rutherford is over on Rink B at 8 o'clock. Now, excuse me, the result of this game, well, actually the results of both games dictate what we're doing on Monday. If Rutherford and Father Ryan win, then I'm doing that Father Ryan Rutherford game on Monday. But if Centennial win, even if just Centennial win, or if Centennial and Indy both win, then I'm doing the Centennial Indy game on Monday night. So it's It's going to be a one-game broadcast on Monday no matter what because both games aren't on the same rink. And I don't know why they scheduled it that way. Should have just had both games on B. One at 6:30, one at 8. But I suppose they're trying to get it as many practices as possible for the teams that are not doing this round robin. As both teams come out onto the ice for the 3-minute warm-up. Now, a few teams are doing the shared ice practices where it's a usual, game slots here at Centennial are usually 80 minutes long. And Antioch or at Bellevue, they're also 80 minutes at Bellevue. And in Antioch, in the past, they've been 90 minutes. And a shared ice typically is one team takes the full ice for the first half of practice, and then the other team takes the full ice for the second half. Well, on Monday night, after the Rutherford Indy game at Bellevue, Pope Prep and Franklin, BGA, decided to use their shared ice practice as a scrimmage, which I was told what a lot of teams were planning on doing during this idle time. So, yeah, some of these shared ice practices are going to be used as scrimmages. And, in fact, tonight over on Rink B at 8:30, it's a shared ice practice. The Outlaws and Summit Page. So that'll probably be a scrimmage instead of just the Outlaws take the first half of the time slot, and then Summit Page take the second half. It'll probably be a scrimmage, as both teams will. Yeah, Greg Sowers, the Summit Page coach, showing up. Summit Page head coach showing up. So I imagine that's a scrimmage between they and the Outlaws, which obviously does not count in the GNASH standings. Not an official game. Last minute of the 3-minute warm-up now. Tyler Welch is once again going to start in goal for Rutherford. Hunter Kitchen still out with his injury. Again, he came back last Wednesday night and put up a heroic effort against Hendersonville Beach for Rutherford to win that game and get the last spot in this round robin. But Mike Jones told me on Monday night that on Thursday morning, Hunter woke up and could not move. So he re-aggravated his injury in that game. So they'll be relying on Tyler Welch. Abby Ricaldi is backing him up tonight. I thought that was Jackson Feltz backing up Tyler Welch on Monday night, and it was. Jackson Feltz, I forgot where he ended up, Jackson. Did he get picked in the pool? I don't think he got picked in the pool. I know last year he was back up with Centennial from the Outlaws, but this year he was with Rutherford because he goes to Oakland High School. But yeah, I don't think Jackson Feltz got picked up by a team in the lottery this year. Let me just pull out my other roster. Yeah, Jackson's on it. He's on the Rutherford roster. So, yeah, he did not get picked in the lottery. Centennial are going to go with Alex Beck in goal tonight. He gets the start for the Cougars. And again, he goes up against Tyler Welch of Rutherford. Not a huge crowd on hand for this one, for this first period. Well, it's a lot to travel up from Franklin or from Rutherford County all the way up to Centennial. This first period, Centennial will move the puck from my left to right and Rutherford from my right to left. Again, Centennial got to win or at least tie if they still want to have a chance to stay in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season. If they lose tonight, they're down to Tier 2. Puck in the Centennial zone off the draw behind the net. Josh Wolf, left wing corner, putting it out in front, missed the stick of Patrick Schuff. Calvin Zacharias clearing. Sent back ahead by Carson Brownlow and then sent back the other way by Brady Diamond. Zacharias almost giving it away to Justin Dickinson. Alex Zaminia having knocked off his stick, and then Dickinson with a steal, but couldn't hang on to it. All this still occurring in the neutral zone. Now the puck in the Rutherford end. Alex Zaminia. No, it's not Zaminia behind the net. No, it was him putting it out in front, but stolen by Rutherford. Having trouble trying to get it out. Azaminia passes to the right circle, but Zacharias couldn't keep it on his stick. Puck now over on the far boards. Brady Diamond keeping it alive at the left point. He kicked it ahead. Now it's sent back down low. Jacob Littleton firing it around to the far side, and Diamond couldn't keep it in at the boards. Goes all the way down to the other end of the rink. Icing waved off because Diamond was right there and could have played it, but it went past his stick. Now a stretch pass to Aiden Connect, left wing side of the Rutherford zone, but he's shoulder checked off it by William Haynes. Puck taken back. Pass to the slot and broken up by Rutherford, and they carry it out. Tommy Landwehr, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Puck taken off his stick. Nick Kloss ahead to Aiden Connect. Taken off him by Landwehr, who drops it back deep into his own zone. Ethan Fredericks, who was late on Monday night, didn't show up until about 8 minutes left and made the difference. Tried to stretch pass up the ice to Cam Hawkins. That was knocked down with the stick of Aiden Gardner. Fredericks brings it into the Centennial zone. It's at the end boards. Being squeezed into the boards by Dylan Bruton. Puck taken off of Brendan Mitchell at the left point. Cam Hawkins trying to put it out in front, went off a Centennial stick, and Brendan Mitchell carried it out, but it got away from him. William Haynes, waiting for his teammates to get back on side, brings it back into the Centennial zone, fights off. Bruton carries it to the right wing side. Now Kevin McClendon, right circle. Couldn't get the shot away. Has to go around the back of the net. Puts it out in front, and a shot from Eddie Mays was broken up by the stick of Blake Connect. Puck out on the right wing corner. Clearing attempt held in right at the right point by Carson Brownlow, and his shot blockered away by Alex Beck. And Dylan Bruton tried to clear, but it went off of Kelvin McClendon and out. And that's the first whistle after 2 minutes and 37 seconds of play. Draw is going to be to Alex Beck's right. One by Rutherford. Carson Brownlow out high, shot, score! Carson Brownlow from the top of the right circle fires the puck into the back of the net, and Rutherford have a 1-0 lead just 2 minutes and 42 seconds in. 11:18 to go in the first. Draw one by Rutherford. Brownlow carries it into the right wing, puts it in front for Brendan Heasley, who couldn't get a stick on it. Now a shot from long distance was blocked, and then Heasley gets up a shot from right in front that's stopped and held onto by Beck. The initial shot came from Brownlow. So Centennial right now are in trouble. Down 1-0 with 11:05 to go in the first. If they lose this game, they're headed to Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season, regardless of what happens between Father Ryan and Indy, because Father Ryan already owned the head-to-head on Centennial. Draw to the right of Beck. One by the Cougars. Owen Boyer carries to center. Pushes it ahead into the Rutherford zone. Gets back to it, tries to put it in front, but that was blocked by a Rutherford stick. Puck out at center. Ethan Fredericks carries it into the Centennial zone. On the left wing side, puck poked off his stick. Ryan Dickinson tried to drop it back to William Haynes, but it went past him and out. Puck back in the Rutherford zone. Calvin Zacharias catches up to it at the end boards. Now over on the far wall, trying to drop it out in front on a no-looker was Jack Finn, but that's intercepted and carried out by the Rampage. And a cross-ice pass by Zacharias is intercepted at center. Puck back in the Centennial zone. Cohen Sims chasing it down the wall. Dylan Bruton's going to beat him to it. Bruton backhanding it up the wall. Justin Dickinson holds it in. Dickinson has it poked off his stick. Nick Kloss tried to pass ahead to Awen Douglas. Puck goes off the boards back into the Rutherford zone. Carson Brownlow, who has the goal, catches up to it. Puck taken off his stick by Aiden Connect. Tried to put it out in front. Puck comes to the front of the net. And Nick Kloss was knocked down. Puck fired up the far boards. Justin Dickinson at center. Brings it into the Centennial zone. Goes below the goal line. Curls back around in the right wing corner. Passes up top to the right point. Carson Brownlow. Brownlow a shot. Stopped by Beck. Patrick Schuff was looking for a tip. Brownlow keeps it alive at the right point. Blake Connect clears. It just went over the blue line and out. Awen Douglas can't get to the puck. Brought back in by Brownlow. Brownlow's shot deflected into the left wing corner. Nick Kloss tried to pass but knocked down by Josh Wolf, and then Bruton comes over and pushes Wolf off the puck. Awen Douglas clears. Rutherford with it again. Brownlow across to Jacob Littleton, banks it off the near side boards. He's back in the Centennial zone. Picked up Justin Dickinson in the slot. In front of backhander. Stopped and held on to by Beck. Got to the right-hand side of the net and got off a backhander that went into the chest of Beck and down into his glove. 8:47 to go in the first. 2-1 Rutherford. Centennial have no shots on goal so far. Draw is going to be to the right of Beck. Draw one by Centennial. They get the puck over to the far side. Adam Horner tried to go back across. He tried to pass across, but it hit Alex Azaminia in front. Azaminia now trying to carry it up the far wall. Adam Horner will carry it out. Now Brendan Mitchell chasing it down the right wing side of the Rutherford zone, but he's pushed away from the puck. Tommy Landwehr. Oh, they put it out in front. Mitchell with it. Trying to find space on the far side. Drops it back down low for... No, it's not Azaminia. It is Blake Butcher behind the net. But he has it taken away. Fredericks skating through center. Back into the Centennial zone, left wing side. Around the back of the net. Puts it out in front. Eddie Mays whipped on it. Shot. Stopped. Oh, it's still in the crease. Beck made the save. and he lays out and covers. I think it was Cam Hawkins who got off the shot. Beck made the save, but it was laying right in front of him. He was able to cover. 7:57 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Rutherford. Draw to the right of Beck. Won by Centennial. They try and clear, but Fredericks holds it into the blue line. Gets up a shot. Stopped. Rebound up the slot. Tapped over towards Will Lassiter, but kept in by William Haynes just at the blue line. Puck behind the net. Over on the far boards. Ethan Fredericks keeps it into the right point. Gets around one defender. Moves to the high slot. Now he's in the left circle. Holding. Pass in front. And, they score. Tommy Landwehr. Beck drifted too far to his right. Left the net open, and Tommy Landwehr redirects the centering pass into the back of the net. And it's 2-0 Rutherford with 7:30 to go in the first period. Draw one by Centennial. Puck in the Rutherford zone. It's behind the net. Try and bring it out in front. There's a backhander from Jack Finn. Stopped by Tyler Welch. Now he tries to put it in front again. Centennial finally getting a shot on goal, but Tyler Welch denies. Kelvin McClendon chasing the puck through center into the Centennial zone now. Right circle. Forced to go to the inboards. Now the puck sent around to the near side. Owen Boyer pass ahead, but kicked deep into the Rutherford zone for an icing by Zacharias. 6:46 to go in the first. It's 2-0 Rutherford. Draw is to the right of Beck. One by Centennial. Alex Zaminia carries it to the near or far side. Now gets it over to Nick Kloss. Kloss out at center. Dumps it into the Rutherford zone. Ethan Fredericks at the inboards. Pass ahead to Ryan Dickinson, who knocked it down. Still in the zone, though. Aiden Connect carrying it down the left wing, but forced off the puck. They're trying to clear. Connect dumps it back behind the net. Puck on the near side. Jacob Littleton banks it off the boards, held into the right point. Alex Zaminia carrying it down the wall. Drops it back. Aiden Connect fires it past the net. Out on the far side, Cody Jones wanted to clear, but it's held into the left point by Brady Diamond. Sent down low. It's cleared, and it's on goal. Alex Beck having to make the stop. Puck out at center. Cohen Sims taken by Aiden Connect. Connect in the right, or Rutherford zone on the right wing side. Goes to the inboards. Has Awen Douglas in front. Passes out up top to the left point, and Brady Diamond. Diamond with a shot, missed the net to the right of Welch. Now Blake Connect puts it in front. A backhander from Nick Kloss turned away by Welch. Put out again. Awen Douglas shot. It went in the net, but they blew the whistle. Actually, no, it's in Welch's glove. The net had been dislodged. That's why the whistle was blown. 5:25 to go in the first, still 2-0. Rutherford. Draw is going to be to the right of Welch. I believe it's the first time we're going to have a face-off in the Rutherford zone. Rutherford win it. Patrick Schuff at center. Puck knocked off his stick. It goes deep into the Centennial zone. Schuff almost caught back up to it. Puck in the right wing corner. Justin Dickinson getting knocked down from behind by Adam Horner. And now here is Aiden Gardner dumping it into the Rutherford zone where it's picked up by William Haynes. Ahead for Schuff. Schuff into the Centennial zone left wing side. Goes below the goal line, round the back of the net. Passing it out up top to the right point, Ethan Fredericks. Fredericks tried to pass it to Justin Dickinson. Puck goes into the left wing corner. Now Brendan Mitchell with it. Watches it slide through center into the Rutherford zone. Picked up by Fredericks. Fredericks passing it up the far side. Josh Wolf deflects it back into the Centennial zone. Patrick Schuff overskated the puck. Puck back in the Rutherford end. No icing. William Haynes will track it down. Haynes through center. Brings it back in the Centennial zone left wing side. Tried a cross-ice pass. It was tipped up in the air. Now the puck out in front of the net. And a backhander, a soft backhander was turned away by Beck. That shot coming from Josh Wolf. It was not a very hard shot at all. Puck out at center again. Ethan Fredericks controlling inside the Rutherford zone. Fires it up the far side. Now Dickinson into the Centennial zone, right wing side. Puck poked off his stick. Rutherford making some changes. Puck sent back into the Rampage zone. They try and clear it. Stolen to the blue line by Will Lassiter, but taken back by Eddie Mays. Now Dickinson dumps it into the Centennial zone. Puck coming on goal, and Beck stops and covers. 3:39 to go in the first. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Draw to the right of Beck. Big tie-up for it. It's coming towards the net. Cleared away by a Centennial stick, but held into the right point by Jacob Littleton, who sends it past the net to the left of Beck. Centennial clear. This will be an icing. Draw to Beck's right again. Won by Centennial, but held in at the left point. And a one-timer from Carson Brownlow misses the net to the right of Beck. Tommy Landwehr behind the net. Puts it out in front, but it was deflected by the stick of Blake Connect. Trying to put it in front for, I think it was Landwehr. Now Brownlow behind his own net. Forced off the puck. Calvin Zacharias puts it in front. And did that hit off of Welch? I'm not sure. Zacharias keeps it in. Here's Owen Boyer, left circle, sending it towards the net, turned away by Welch. Rebound cleared away, but held in. Cross-ice pass intercepted. Eddie Mays is going to carry it to center. Mays had it poked off his stick by Zacharias. Zacharias thing almost gives it away to Cam Hawkins. Hawkins with it now. Chasing it up the far wall. A shot from the right point. Turned away by Beck with a right leg pad. That shot coming from Littleton. Puck sent around to the near side. Boyer passing it up the boards to center, but Rutherford regained control. Littleton passing ahead to Cam Hawkins, who deflects it into the Centennial zone, but right to Blake Connect, who's going to end up icing it. 2:15 to go in the first, still 2-0 Rutherford. Draw to Beck's right once again. Won by Centennial, but big battle for it below the goal line. Kelvin McClendon comes up with it, drops it back behind the net. Brendan Heasley chasing after it. He's going to drop it back behind the net. McClendon tried to put it in front. Tapped away from Alex Zaminia by Cooper Fiesel. Puck sent up the boards and held in. Oh, no, unable to hold it into the right point was Fredericks. It hopped off his stick and out. He's got it at center, sends it back into the Centennial zone. Now Aiden Connect, right wing side of the Rutherford zone. Below the goal line. Pushed into the boards by Fredericks, who takes the puck off him. Now we got a penalty coming up against Centennial. Fiesel, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Drops it back. William Haynes has to chase it down at center. Net empty for Rutherford. Extra attacker is Justin Dickinson. Haynes brings it back into the right. Centennial zone, a shot gloved and held onto by Beck. Let's see what the penalty is. High sticking against Aiden Connect. 80 seconds left in the first. Rutherford getting the first power play of the game, up 2-0. Draw is going to be to Alex Beck's left. Rutherford with their big guns out there. Centennial win the draw, get it out to center, but Justin Dickinson has it, waiting for Patrick Schuff to get back on side. He drops it back to Ethan Fredericks. Fredericks ahead for Schuff. Taps it into open space, picked up. Dickinson in the Centennial zone. A shot gloved and held onto by Beck. And that took 16 seconds off the clock. Off the penalty clock. Draw is going to be to Beck's left again. One by Rutherford. At the right point, Fredericks off to Brownlow. Final minute of the first. A shot stopped by Beck. Rebound. Oh, whiffing on it in the right circle was Dickinson. He has possession of the puck. Pass across. Oh, I think it hit off a skate and went past Josh Wolf, who was hanging out of the right-hand side of the net. Dickinson with it again. Left wing side. Across to Brownlow. Now Dickinson. Right circle. Shot missed the net to the left of Beck. Rebound Wolf. A shot blocked. Brendan Mitchell had it taken off him by Dickinson. Now here's Brownlow. Brownlow moving down the right circle. Puck taken off his stick, back to Dickinson. Back up top to Frederick. Shot stopped by Beck. Under 30 seconds left in the period. 1 minute left in the penalty now against Centennial. Puck was at center, brought back in by Josh Wolf, but poked off his stick by Bruton, Dylan Bruton. Puck back in the Rutherford zone. Rampage bringing it out. Dickinson, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Got time, he shoots it past the net. Puck held in on the left wing side. Tommy Landwehr taken off his stick by Brendan Mitchell, and that's going to be it for the first. 39 seconds of power play time will carry over to the second for Rutherford. Rutherford dominating the first period. 16 shots on goal to just 2 for the Cougars. The goals from Carson Brownlow and Tommy Landwehr have Rutherford up 2-0 on Centennial after 1 in a crucial game for the Cougars. So a huge first period for Rutherford. But Alex Beck has been making the saves he needed to make to keep his team down 2-0. Alex Beck still in goal for Centennial. Tyler Welch still in goal for Rutherford. Again, 39 seconds of power play time carrying over to the second period for Rutherford. For this second period, Rutherford will move the puck from my left to right and Centennial from my right to left as Rutherford win the draw to start the period but turn it over to the Cougars, who immediately dump it down. Jacob Littleton passing up the near side. Eddie Mays deflects it, picks it up, brings it into the Centennial zone. Puck poked off his stick from behind by Owen Boyer. Now Blake Connect getting it away from Mays behind the net, but he ends up backhanding it, handing it into the netting above the glass on the far side, trying to clear it. That took just 21 seconds off the clock. 19 seconds left in the penalty against Centennial. Draws to Alex Beck's right. One by the Cougars. They try and clear. William Haynes knocking it down on the left wing side, moving towards the net. A backhander gloved and held onto by Beck. Draw's going to be to Beck's right again. 9 seconds left in the power play for Rutherford now. 13:29 to go in the second. Rampage up 2-0. They win the draw. Shot from Cam Hawkins turned away by Beck. Puck on the inboards. Penalty time against Centennial's up the back at even strength. And Aiden Connect out of the box. Overskates the puck at center. Backhands it into the Rutherford zone. But Jacob Littleton passes it ahead to Eddie Mays. Mays at center. Right wing side of the Centennial zone. Puck poked off his stick from behind. Here's Kelvin McClendon moving down. Shooting it past the net. Puck sent around the boards and just held in at the right point by William Haynes. Haynes with a shot. Scooped up off the ice by Beck with a glove. And held on to. 12:51 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Draw is going to be to the left of Beck. Draw one by Rutherford. Puck sent towards the net by Cohen Sims, but not very hard. Cougars with it now. Dylan Bruton tries to clear. Awen Douglas has it. She carries it out, passes ahead. Calvin Zacharias. Zacharias into the Rutherford zone right wing side. Tried to drop it back. Nick Kloss sends it to the inboards. Puck whipped around to the near side by Ryan Dickinson. Puck sent back down deep. Nick Kloss behind the net. Now put out in front. Oh, Zacharias tried to put it in front for Awen Douglas. It was broken up by Carson Brownlow. Brownlow now into the Centennial zone. Left wing side, a shot turned away by Beck. Brownlow has one of the two Rutherford goals, the other coming from Tommy Landwehr. Puck out on the near side. Awen Douglas clears, but Ethan Fredericks backing up back into his own zone, but passing ahead to Cohen Sims. Sims sends it into the Centennial zone down the left wing side. It's at the end boards, Dylan Bruton. Passes ahead to Nick Kloss. Kloss out at center on the far side. Into the Rutherford zone on the right wing. Try to pass across. Try to get it to Cooper Davis, but that's intercepted by Ethan Fredericks. Now Brownlow out on the far side at center. Races into the Centennial zone. Left wing side. Goes behind the net. Pushed off the puck. Brady Diamond trying to clear. It's going to be held in by Justin Dickinson and dumped right back down. Patrick Schuff out on the right wing side. Passes up. Dickinson, one-timer, flies over the net. Puck out at center. Ethan Fredericks. Back across. Schuff, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Finds some space. Lost the puck. Gets it down to Dickinson. Dickinson below the goal line. Puts it out in front. And a one-timer was blocked. And a clearing attempt held in by Jacob Littleton right of the blue line. He carries it over to the left wing side. Backhands it down, intercepted, and cleared out by Dylan Bruton. Ethan Fredericks passing it back up the near side, back into the Centennial zone. Dickinson out at center. Across. Fredericks carries it back in the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Gets knocked into the boards by Dylan Bruton. Cooper Davis sending it around to the near side. Patrick Schuff at the puck, taken off his stick. Brady Diamond center gets knocked down. And Will Lassiter chasing the puck into the Rutherford zone. It's picked up by Will Haynes. However, Diamond got knocked down at center, and it's going to be a kneeing call against Jacob Littleton. So Centennial are going to get their first power play of the game, trailing 2-0 with 10:13 to go in the second. And the way that Rutherford have dominated them on defense, you feel like this is a must-score opportunity. Well, it is a must-score opportunity when you're down 2-0, but especially the way Rutherford have pushed them around. Draws to the right of Tyler Welch. Won by Centennial. Alexis Aminia, left point. Puck, oh, he lost the puck. Tommy Landwehr taps it away. Chasing into the Centennial zone, right wing side. Landwehr with it. Carries to the inboards, trying to kill some clock. Landwehr behind the net. Lets Blake Connect have it. Connect. Pass across to Owen Boyer. Boyer had it taken away by Eddie Mays. Mays now. Azaminia jumped in front of him and got the puck away. Azaminia firing it up the far side, but that's going to be an icing. Trying to get it up to Blake Connect, or Aiden Connect, near the Rutherford blue line, but it was a hard pass that missed him. 83 seconds left of the power play, 9:36 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Draw is going to be to Beck's right. Puck to the inboards, picked up by Azaminia. Oh, but he gives it away, put out in front. Eddie Mays, a shot. Stop! Or did he miss the net? They say Beck got a piece of it. They put it up there. Puck up in the air, lands in the left wing corner, but we get a whistle. The net was dislodged. No, it's a penalty. It's a roughing call against Blake Connect. And there goes the Centennial power play. 9:20 to go in the second, 2-0 Rutherford. It's going to be 67 seconds of 4-on-4. Draw to the right of Beck again. Throwing by Centennial, and they're going to ice it. Icing was waved off, though. I'm shocked. It's 4-on-4. Justin Dickinson behind his own net. Comes out to the right wing side. Dickinson skating through center. Into the Centennial zone. Got bumped off the puck. Now he's carrying it behind the net. Backhands it. All right. Okay, he's sending it over to the far side. Kelvin McClendon tried to drop it back down, but it was behind the back, no looker, but he gives it right to Dylan Bruton. Bruton into the Rutherford zone, left wing side. Taking a shot, stopped and held onto by Welch, and that is just the third shot on goal for Centennial. 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 8:39 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Draws to Welch's right. Won by Rutherford. Carson Brownlow. Shipping it up the far side. Patrick Schuff watches it go out to center. Here's Dickinson chipping it into open space. Carson Brownlow with it. Moves into the Centennial zone. Right wing side. Drops it back. Fredericks. Down to Brownlow in the right wing corner. Brownlow. Now Fredericks behind the net. Lost the puck. Penalty time against Rutherford's up there on the power play now for 53 seconds. And the puck taken away and carried to center by Brady Diamond. Diamond now in the Rutherford zone with a shot. Knocked down and covered up by Welch with a glove. 39 seconds left in the power play for Rutherford. 8 minutes to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rampage. Drawing by Rutherford. Brownlow in the left wing corner of his own zone. Goes around the back of his own net. He's out on the far side now. Goes across to open space at center, but Dickinson couldn't get to it. Alex Zaminia dumps it back into the Rutherford zone. 25 seconds left in the man advantage for the Rampage now. Brownlow firing it up the far side. Fredericks, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Moves around a defender. In front! Oh, he couldn't get the shot away. Passes out up top, but we get a whistle. And the net was dislodged. 9 seconds left in the power play for Rutherford. 7:30 to go in the second. The Rampage up 2-0. Draw is going to be to the right or left of Beck? To his right. Drawing by Rutherford, but the puck goes through the defenders all the way back into the Rutherford zone. Caught up to by Jacob Littleton, but that's going to be it for their power play. Penalty time against Centennial's up. Nick Kloss with a steal behind the net, but the puck poked off his stick by Littleton. So both sides at even strength again. Littleton passing it up the far boards. Kevin McClendon tried to clear. Held in Alex Zaminia. Down low, Aiden Connect. Oh, but he couldn't control the puck. He gets off a backhander that misses the net to the left of Welch. Landwehr passing ahead to Mays, who steps out to center. Mays into the Centennial zone, left wing side. Out to the left point. Haynes back down to Mays. Tried to put it in front. Takes deflection. Knocked down by Beck. And it's still loose going over to the near side boards. Kelvin McClendon got off a shot and Beck turned it away. Puck out at center. Here's Haynes. Getting knocked down by Eden Connect. Connect bringing it into the Rutherford zone on the right wing side. Getting off a shot that was deflected. Turned into the right wing corner by Welch. Now another shot stopped. Oh, it was deflected and hit the right post. Hit the post to the right of Welch. Centennial so close to getting on the board there. Puck out at center. Kelvin McClendon. Now Fiesel. Trying to go back across to Haynes. Puck behind the Centennial net. Put out in front. Now it's over on the far boards. Trickling out to center. Brendan Heasley with it. Sends it back into the Centennial zone. Now Dylan Bruton shooting on goal from center. Turned away by Welch. Yeah, there was a shot from the right point a few seconds ago. Welch made the stick save, but it deflected off him, slid through the crease, and hit the right-hand post and slid away. Carson Brownlow across to Ethan Fredericks. Puck inside the Rutherford zone. Brownlow Firing it up the far side, back into the Centennial end. Bruton with it. Clears it out, but it's slapped back in by Brendan Heasley. Bruton with it again. Oh, he gives it away to Cody Jones. Jones brings it back into the Centennial zone, gets bumped off the puck. Cooper Fiesel sending it across the front of the net into the left wing corner. Puck out at center now. Blake Connect knocking it into the Rutherford zone. Ethan Fredericks with it. Pass to center, but intercepted Aiden Gardner. Carries it back into the Rutherford end. Oh, but he's tripped. Ethan Fredericks tripped him on the far boards, and he's going to go to the box for it. So Centennial returned to the power play, down 2-0 with 4:51 to go in the second. Their last power play opportunity, Rutherford pushed them around quite a bit. Draw's going to be to Tyler Welch's left. Won by Centennial. Puck of the inboards. Calvin Zacharias comes around to the left wing side. Passes out up top of the right point. Blake Connect. Across to Azaminia, who dumps it back to the inboards. Jack Finn, left wing corner. Finn sending it towards the net, but it went off a stick and into the right wing corner. Puck now on the left wing corner. Littleton trying to tap it up, but didn't get a lot of sauce on it. Now it's over on the far side. Haynes trying to get it away from Blake Connect. Dickinson is out there. He's got the puck now. And he's going to fire it out to the other end of the rink. Brady Diamond at center, chases the puck back into the Rutherford zone, but it's picked up by Carson Brownlow. Minute left in the power play for Centennial. Brownlow clears the puck to center, and here is Justin Dickinson, left wing side of the Centennial zone. He's waiting on some help. Tried to send it towards the net. It was blocked by the stick of Azaminia. Puck back at the Rutherford end, and Jacob Littleton ends up clearing it into the Centennial bench, although I think it might have hit Jack Finn's stick on the way out. It did, so they're going to drop the puck at center on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. 43 seconds left in the power play for Centennial. 3:35 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Puck in the Rutherford zone. Brendan Mitchell with it, left wing side. Passes behind the net to Nick Kloss. Now Dylan Bruton, left point, a shot. Gloved and held on to by Welch. 29 seconds left in the power play for Centennial. Draw to the right of Welch. Won by Centennial. Mitchell goes below the goal line. Now sends it back around to the near side. Bruton. Well, got away from Bruton just a bit. Jacob Littleton with it. Littleton chasing it up the far side. Now finds some space, and he's going to fire it to center. Tommy Landwehr knocks it down. Sends it into the Centennial zone. Here's Eddie Mays, a shot off a stick and into the netting above the glass. And the penalty against Rutherford expires. They're back at even strength. 2:52 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Rutherford. Draw is going to be to the right. Draw to the right of Stratton, and a one-timer off the draw from Cam Hawkins misses the net to Stratton's, I'm sorry, not Stratton, Alex Beck. Alex Beck's right. Puck at center. Dylan Bruton into the Rutherford zone. A shot goes past the net to the left of Welch. Will Lassiter. Knocked down, getting the puck over to the far side. Bruton tried to put it in front. It goes off the stick of Tyler Welch. Lands in the left wing corner. Ethan Fredericks knocking it away, but it's held into the left point. Bruton. Bruton with a shot. Misses the net to the left of Welch. Puck on the far boards, and Eddie Mays flips it ahead. Justin Dickinson tried to knock it down, but it hit Blake Butcher. Puck sent back into the Rutherford zone. Nick Hansen ahead to Fredericks off his stick. Fredericks Behind his own net, drops it in open space, but nobody saw it. Aiden Gardner with it now. Put it out in front, intercepted by Fredericks. Fredericks ahead to Justin Dickinson. Dickinson into the Centennial zone. Pass across Eddie Mays, it missed him. Mays with it again. Mays behind the net, Dickinson. Right point, Nick Hansen, a shot blocked by Aiden Gardner, who didn't know where it was, so Hansen able to keep the puck in the zone. But it's cleared out, I think, by Azaminia, who got in behind Dickinson. Fredericks brings it back into the Centennial zone. Left wing side, splits defenders, puts it in front. Oh, but Dickinson couldn't get a stick on it, and neither could Schuff. Now Fredericks, round the back of the net, comes out to the right wing side this time. Pass across, up, unable to get a stick on it with Schuff. He chases to the far boards, oh, but he left it behind. Puck cleared to center, William Haynes with it. Oh, but we're going to have Adam Horner got knocked down. It's going to be a penalty against Rutherford. Cross-checking against Josh Wolf. Right at the final minute of the second. So Centennial return to the power play with exactly 1 minute to go in the second. Down 2-0. Draw's going to be to the left of left of Welch. Draw one by Rutherford, and Patrick Schuff clears. Alex Beck out to play it, and he'll leave it for Alex Azaminia. Azaminia passing ahead to Jack Finn. Finn into the Rutherford zone, left wing side. To the net, shoots it just past the net to the left of Welch. Puck held into the right point, Azaminia. Azaminia's shot goes past the net. Owen Boyer, now Zacharias. Puck behind the net, 30 seconds left of the period, and the puck slapped out by Justin Dickinson. All the way back down it goes. Who's going to get to it first? Ethan Fredericks going to beat Brady Diamond to it. Fredericks putting it out in front. Schuff couldn't get a stick on it. Alex Azaminia wanted to carry it out, but it's taken away from him at center by Dickinson. Dickinson back in the Centennial zone, but he lost it. Puck was taken away. Pass up the far side, Boyer in the Rutherford zone, but he runs into Brownlow and loses the puck, and Dickinson's going to clear, and that's it for the second. 59 seconds of power play time will carry over to the third for Centennial. The Cougars almost got a goal. Tyler Welch made a save. It deflected off him, slid through the crease, and hit the post to his right and stayed out. Shots on goal in this second period, 6 apiece, but it's still Rutherford leading Centennial 2-0 at the end of 2. So you might be wondering, how, if Centennial lose this game, are they headed for Tier 2? Well, that is because if they lose this game, they will now be 0-2 in the round robin. They only have one game left. The best record they can finish with is 1-2. Father Ryan are already 1-0. The worst record they could finish with is 1-2. So if they and Centennial both finished at 1-2, you would have to skip the first tiebreaker, which is most wins, and go to the second tiebreaker, which is head-to-head. Father Ryan beat Centennial on Monday night, so the Irish own the head-to-head on the Cougars. So that is why, with a loss, Centennial would be dropped into Tier 2. Tyler Welch still in goal for Rutherford. Alex Beck still in goal for Centennial. 59 seconds of power play time carrying over to this third period for the Cougars. For this third and final period, Rutherford will carry the puck from my right to left and Centennial from my left to right. Rutherford with the puck in their zone to start the period, and William Haynes clears it down ice. Tommy Landwehr trying to pin it up against the inboards in the Centennial zone. Jack Finn trying to go across, stolen by Landwehr. Landwehr in the slot, a shot just missed the net to the left of Beck. Landwehr again. Right wing corner double teamed. Eddie Mays with the puck, drops it back down to the right wing corner, and Landwehr. Pass out to the slot, hit a body. Blake Connect. Spinning around, carries it out to center, gets it ahead to Jack Finn. Puck in the Rutherford zone, but cleared by William Haynes. Dylan Bruton off the bench knocks it down. Under 15 seconds left in the power play for Centennial. Jack Finn across to Dylan Bruton. Bruton on the far side, into the Rutherford zone, left wing side. Takes a shot. It's turned away by Tyler Welch. Penalty time against Rutherford is up there back at even strength. Puck held in at the right point. A shot from Brady Diamond off the left leg pad of Welch. Welch, not Beck. Puck carried out to center by William Haynes. He's now in the Centennial zone on the left wing side. In the slot, a shot, score! Haynes was triple teamed, but still got in front of the defenders, took a shot, and it finds its way into the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net. And Rutherford take a 3-0 lead, 76 seconds into the third, 12:44 to go. That is a bad goal for Centennial to give up. Just a bad one. The third period has been the Achilles heel for Centennial. Draw one by the Cougars. Nick Kloss trying to put it in front. Went off a stick, came towards the net, and Tyler Welch to knock it away. Awen Douglas, left wing corner. Now the puck put out in front, but knocked down by Welch. And it's out at center. Yeah, the Cougars have had really bad third periods for the most part this season. Cooper Fiesel knocks down a clearing attempt. It's out in front of the Centennial net, but we get a whistle and a roughing call against Brady Diamond, who knocked down Fiesel. So 12:15 to go. Rutherford up 3-0, and they go back on the power play. Draws to the right of Beck. Yeah, third periods have been the Achilles heel for Centennial. Completely fell apart. They got routed in the third period by Ravenwood. Got routed in the third period by Mount Juliet. They lost the game against Independence in the third period, and they lost the game against Father Ryan in the third period. The one third period that's gone right for them was the game against Franklin, where they scored enough goals to get a tie. Oh, and a pass across. Shot missed the net, but I think the net was dislodged. Knocked out of position. 12 seconds have gone off the clock. Draw's going to be to Beck's right again. But, yeah, third periods have not been kind to Centennial this season. And, well, here's an example of another one. They give up a goal 76 seconds in. Or 76 seconds in to William Haynes. Puck ends up at center, trickling through into the Rutherford zone. And we get another whistle. And an interference call against Rutherford. So there's going to be a penalty against the Rampage, and there goes their power play. It's William Haynes to the box. So left 99 seconds of 4-on-4, 11:55 to go. Rutherford up 3-0. Draw is going to be to Tyler Welch's left. One by Rutherford. Eddie Mays carries to center. Left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot. No, it's in. It hit off the blocker pad of Beck and bounced into the back of the net. It's 4-0 Rutherford with 11:45 to go, and Centennial are crashing and burning into Tier 2. Eddie Mays has been looking for a goal all night, and he's gotten one. There's a shot from Blake Connect. Gloved and held on to by Welch. Draw to the right of Welch. One by Centennial. Slap shot from Alex Zeminias. Blocked in front, I think. I don't think it ever got to Welch, and now the puck cleared out. Sent back the other way by Blake Connect. And then tipped up out of play on the far side by the stick of Jacob Littleton. Draw at center on the dot across from the Rutherford bench. 70 seconds left in the 4-on-4, by the way. Rampage win the draw. Here's Patrick Schuff, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Puck knocked off his stick. It's in the left wing corner. He's battling with Azaminia. Now, Brendan Mitchell getting it over to Aiden Gardner, who drops it over to Blake Connect, and Connect back in his own zone. Under a minute left in the 4-on-4, by the way. Brendan Mitchell, left wing side of the Rutherford zone. Goes to the inboards, gets knocked down by Carson Brownlow. Back in his skates. Puck taken away from him by Nick Hansen. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Hansen through center. Over to Patrick Schuff, who dumps it back into the Centennial zone, but Dickinson and Hansen both had to get back on side. They do. Blake Connect whipping it around to the far side. Held in Brendan Mitchell. Puck is behind the net. Now here's Patrick Schuff. Passing it up to the left point, but Brownlow couldn't keep his stick on it. He chases the puck back into the Rutherford zone. Penalty time against Centennial is up there on the power play for 21 seconds. Brownlow chases the puck into the Centennial zone. Calvin Zacharias tried to clear it out. Patrick Schuff keeps it alive at the right point. Passes the eyesight. Nick Hansen one-timer off the right shoulder of Beck into the netting above the glass and out. 8 seconds left in the Centennial power play. 10:03 to go in the game. 4-0 Rutherford. Draws to the right of Beck. Draw one by Centennial. Dylan Bruton trying to get it out. Kept alive. Dickinson knocked the stick away from Cooper Davis. A shot turned away. Getting a piece of it as it went past the net was Beck. Penalty time against Rutherford is up. They're back at even strength. Schuff behind the net. Dickinson lost the puck. Will Lassiter. Puck knocked off his stick at center. Ethan Fredericks keeping it away from Calvin Zacharias. Now here's Dickinson, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Knocked down by Blake Butcher. Cooper Davis across to Zacharias. Zacharias fumbled the puck. Here's Justin Dickinson through center, back into the Centennial zone. Up, puck jumping on him. And gets away from him. Blake Butcher able to clear it out. Brought back in by Ethan Fredericks. Fredericks waiting on help. Passing it to open space, but Zacharias grabs it. Zacharias flipping it over to the far side. Fredericks going to keep it in the zone. Fredericks. Now Brendan Heasley below the goal line, trying to put it in front. Bruton got in front of him and blocked that pass attempt. Bruton tried to clear, held in by Fredericks. Fredericks sending it towards the net. It's past the net to the left of Beck. Ryan Dickinson to Justin, big brother Justin. Puck comes out in front and brought out to center by Will Lassiter. Lassiter had it taken away. Here's Ethan Fredericks back in the Centennial zone. Puck knocked off his stick in the slot. Clearing attempt knocked down. Brendan Heasley getting it over to the far boards. Aiden Connect trying to clear, knocked down to the right point. Justin Dickinson. Dickinson flipping it through the air and past the net. He's going to go to the bench for a change. Alex Azaminia. Ahead to Aiden Connect. The slap shot in the left wing. Stopped and covered up by Tyler Welch. 7:58 to go. Still 4-0 Rutherford. Rutherford with 2 goals in this third period. One from William Haynes, the other from Eddie Mays. Draws to the right of Welch. One by Centennial and a shot from the left point. And Brady Diamond missed the net. And now a rebound try from the right circle was turned away by Welch. That shot coming from Brendan Mitchell. Puck out on the far boards. Held into the left point by Brady Diamond. Flips it through the air and it lands behind the Rutherford net. Comes out into open space. Kept alive by Nick Kloss. Put out in front. And Fiesel flicks it over to Brownlow, who carries it out to center. Brownlow into the Centennial zone left wing side. He had the first goal of the game. Brownlow drops it over to the left point. Nick Hansen. Hansen, a shot. Would have missed the net. Knocked away with a stick of Brady Diamond. Diamond across to Aiden Connect into the Rutherford zone left wing side. The shot missed the net. Blake Connect at center, dumps it back into the Rutherford zone. Puck is behind the net. Out on the far boards. Puck put out in front, but intercepted. Cody Jones trying to clear. It's brought out to center by Tommy Landwehr, who got tripped. He got tripped. There's going to be another penalty against Centennial. Aiden Connect trying to argue that he stepped on his stick. Another power play for Rutherford, up 4-0 with 6:43 to go. Draw to the left of Alex Beck. One by Centennial. They try and clear. Held in at the right point by William Haynes. Now here's Ethan Fredericks. Left circle, a shot off the glove of Beck and past the net. Back to Haynes again. Pass down low, Eddie Mays. Mays and Haynes, who have the two Rutherford goals in this third period, gives the puck away to Jack Finn, who clears. Puck comes around the boards to the near side. Ethan Fredericks to Kelvin McClendon. McClendon into the Centennial zone, left wing side. Sent the puck just past the net to the left of Beck. I'm not sure if he was trying to shoot or trying to sneak one in there, if he was trying to set up Eddie Mays for a backdoor play. Puck comes around to the near side, held in William Haynes. Haynes past the slot, knocked away by Adam Horner, held into the blue line, though, by Fredericks. Fredericks out on the left wing side. Fredericks puts it in front. Kelvin McClendon shot. Nice blocker saved by Beck, who dislodges the net by backing into it. Great blocker saved by Beck to keep this a 4-0 deficit for Centennial with 5:48 to go. 64 seconds left on the Rutherford power play. So if Rutherford hang on and win this game and Father Ryan beat Independence, draw with the left of Beck, won by Rutherford. The final spot in Tier 1 is going to come down to Indy and Rutherford, even though they don't play each other on Monday. Puck back in the Rutherford zone, under a minute left in their power play. Here's Ethan Fredericks behind his own net. Flicking it ahead, and it's going to be an icing. Nope, it's not, because Alex Izaminia tried to play the puck at center, and it got past him. That's why they whistled it. Well, that's why they said no icing. William Haynes with a shot block. Puck comes over to Cooper Fiesel. Try to backhand it in front, and Alex Izaminia is going to end up clearing it out of play. 29 seconds left in the power play for Rutherford. 5:13 to go in the game. Still 4-0. Rampage. Even if Rutherford win and Indy lose, the thing between Rutherford and Indy still isn't settled. Draw to the right of Beck, won by Centennial. Puck carried to center by Aiden Gardner. Gardner into the Rutherford zone, left wing side. Taking a shot, it was blocked by Carson Brownlow. Brownlow chasing the puck on the far side. He's got it, carries it to center. Into the Centennial zone, right wing side. Takes a shot, knocked down by Beck. He didn't know where it was, but he's got it. 8 seconds left in the power play. The reason that things would not be settled between Rutherford and Indy is because they tied each other on Monday night. Rutherford hang on and win this game, which is looking more and more likely. They would be 1-0-1. If Indy were to lose, they would be 0-1-1. But both teams could finish 1-1-1, and since they tied each other, you'd have to go to the third tiebreaker, which is goal difference. Carson Brownlow. Now Brendan Heasley in the Centennial zone. Puck got away from him. Penalty time against Centennial's up. They're back at even strength. Brendan Mitchell shooting an on goal from center. Turned away by Welch, and then it's shot past the net on the rebound try by Cooper Davis. Welch wasn't watching Davis come down the slot. And the puck's going to be carried out by Brendan Heasley. Puck dumped back into the Centennial zone. You don't want to give the Cougars any space. You don't want to leave the door open for them, even with now 4 minutes left in the game and they're down 4-0, because they could explode. You just keep waiting on this Centennial team to show that they are Centennial. Puck back in their zone, though, on the left wing side. Alex Izaminia with it. Sends it around to the far side. Awen Douglas watches it go out to center. Ethan Fredericks with it. But the longer we go on, the less likely it gets that Centennial would have a 4-goal explosion. Justin Dickinson behind the Centennial net, trying to back in and wrap around, stopped by Beck. Dickinson with it again, trying to put it in front. It's going up the slot. Fredericks keeps it in and fires it into the left wing corner. Puck behind the net. Azamini is going to pick it up. He's out on the far side. Now it's at center. Aiden Connect into the Rutherford zone left wing side. Try to put it in front for Mitchell, but it misses Mitchell. I'm surprised that they have not pulled Beck and tried one last shot. Here's Justin Dickinson, though, in the Centennial zone, taking a shot. Oh, I think Beck got a piece of it. They're putting it up on the board as a shot. So, yeah, he just got a piece of it. Now Dickinson comes out in front, shoots it wide to the left of Beck, and we get a whistle because the net came dislodged again. 2:49 to go, 4-0 Rutherford. I'm going to admit, folks, when I heard about this, they were planning this tier switch round robin thing back in late April. And I was skeptical about it. Draws to the left of Beck. But it's been surprisingly competitive. And we are Rutherford won the draw. It went just out. It just went out. Over the blue line past the right point, was brought back in offside by Carson Brownlow. But we are on the verge of having a team having to switch tiers. Although they're going from the high tier to the low tier, and they're not going to like that very much. Tommy Landwehr down the right wing boards of the Centennial zone, trying to put it in front for Kelvin McClendon. It was swatted away by Brady Diamond. Now Landwehr again, backhanding it out in front, but right into the skates of Aiden Connect. Adam Horner up. Connect's going to catch back up to it on the far side, but he gives it away. Here's the thing, though. If I'm a low tier 2 team like a Station Camp, or here's William Haynes up offside. Landwehr was over the line. If I'm a low tier 2 team like Station Camp, I don't want to see the Centennial team at all, because they are going to be mad and they are going to kill me. 2:13 to go. Draws in front of the Centennial bench. Won by the Cougars. Jack Finn at center. Into the Rutherford zone on the left wing side. Tries to go in front of shot. Stopped. And the rebound cleared away. It's down ice and on goal. No, just went past the net to the right of Beck. Minute 57 to go. 4-0 Rutherford. Centennial have scored 1 goal in this round robin so far. It was Calvin Zacharias just over 2.5 minutes into the game on Monday against Father Ryan. That has been it. Draws to the left of Welch. And up, offside warning against Centennial as the puck went out to center and they got it back in. Rutherford now controlling. Puck passed ahead off the left skate of Cohen Sims into the Centennial zone. He was right at the red line, so that's why icing was waved off. Dylan Bruton firing it across back into the Rutherford zone. Jacob Littleton's going to chase it down, clear it out. Jack Finn almost gave it away to Eddie Mays inside his own zone. Finn skating it up the far side into the Rutherford end of the left wing. Puck poked off his stick. It's still in the zone. Calvin Zacharias. Oh, he got tripped. He's drawn a penalty. And Centennial are going to go on the power play here. 65 seconds to go. They trail 4-0. And going to the box is going to be Brendan Heasley. Draw is going to be to the right of Welch. One by Rutherford. They whip it up the boards. Alex Azaminia with it at center. Last minute of the game. Azaminia, left circle, going to the front of the net. A shot just missed the net to the left of Welch. Puck passed ahead to Justin Dickinson, who tried to knock it down, and William Haynes had it knocked off his stick at the Centennial blue line. or at his own blue line, excuse me. Shot from Aiden Gardner turned away by Welch. And puck taken by Justin Dickinson, a 2-on-1. Dickinson to the Centennial zone, a shot off the blocker. Off the right leg pad of Beck. Under 30 seconds to go. Puck back in the Rutherford end. Nick Kloss tried to pass across. Puck on the far side. On the near side. Put out in front, held into the blue line. Shot from Brady Diamond. Went off a body and past the net. Puck of the inboards. Aiden Gardner knocked down behind the net. And the puck in the left wing corner, and that's it. Centennial are moving to Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season, and they're going to play in the Henry Hine Cup as Rutherford beat them 4-0. Rutherford improved to 1-0-1 in this round robin. Centennial dropped to 0-2. I don't think anyone would have saw that coming at the start of the season, that Centennial would move, that Centennial would be relegated. My goodness. I'm going to go check the score sheet. So the goals for Rutherford: Carson Brownlow, Tommy Landwehr, William Haynes, and Eddie Mays. I am going to give player of the game to I'm going to give it to Brownlow. I'm going to give it to Carson Brownlow. Had the game-winning goal in a 4-0 win. So Carson Brownlow is player of the game in this one, as Rutherford win 4-0, and Centennial are going to drop into Tier 2 for the rest of the season. And they're going to play in the Henry Hine Cup. Wow. I can't believe it. You know, I'm going to express this a little more clearly because I was still doing play-by-play. They were talking about doing this tier switch round robin thing in April. And I was skeptical because just because teams are close to one another in the standings doesn't mean those games are going to be competitive. I think back to the 2019 Preds Cup first round game between Mount Juliet and the Outlaws. That was the 8-9 game. Mount Juliet clobbered the Outlaws 7-0. Again, the 8-9 game, and sentenced the Outlaws to the Hine Cup. That was back when we did the weird thing where everybody started in the Preds Cup, and if you lost in the first 2 rounds, you got dropped into the Hine Cup. But yeah, I was really skeptical, but it's done what it's supposed to do. Centennial are going to go to Tier 2 because they're not good enough for Tier 1. And Father Ryan are on the verge of getting into Tier 1 because they're too good for Tier 2. All they have to do now is beat Indy, and they're in. So, yeah, the tier switch round robin worked on the first try. Because, you know, in 2013-14, we did we had 18 teams and we split the league into 3 tiers, and we did crossover play where the top teams in one tier played the bottom teams in another tier. And that worked somewhat because MBA, who were in tier 2 that year, beat Centennial in a crossover game. Centennial went on to win the Preds Cup that year. So, yeah, the crossover thing has worked. All right, folks, coming up at 8:35, coverage of Father Ryan taking on Independence with a win. The Fighting Irish will be going to Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and play in the Predators Cup in the postseason. Again, the final score here, Rutherford Rampage 4, Centennial 0. The Cougars doomed to Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season, and the Henry Hine Cup in the postseason. Coverage of Father Ryan and Indy coming up at 8:35.